Imagine walking into a store, seeing a $200 pair of sneakers, and instead of thinking, can I afford this? You think, it's only $50 today. That's the magic of buy now, pay later, or BNPL. It makes expensive purchases feel small and manageable. But while it feels great in the moment, it can have some serious effects on the overall economy. Buy now, pay later is a payment option that lets consumers split a purchase into several smaller payments over time. Instead of paying the full price up front, you might pay in 4 installments over a few weeks or months. Companies like Klarna, Afterpay, and Affirm have made this incredibly popular, especially among younger shoppers. On the surface, it seems like a win-win. Consumers get what they want right away, businesses make more sales, and the economy gets a boost. But there's more happening beneath the surface. When people can spread out payments, they're more likely to buy things they normally wouldn't. For example, someone who planned to spend $100 at a clothing store might end up spending $250 because the payment is split into smaller chunks. This increases consumer spending, which is a major part of GDP, the total value of goods and services produced in an economy. Since consumer spending makes up around two-thirds of the U.S. economy, even a small increase in spending can noticeably boost GDP in the short term. So, in the short run, BNPL can make the economy look stronger. More purchases mean more revenue for businesses. More revenue can mean more hiring, more production, and higher reported economic growth. Here's the key idea. BNPL doesn't necessarily create new income. It often just moves future spending into the present. Think of it like this. If someone uses BNPL to buy a $500 phone today, that's $500 added to today's GDP. But over the next few months, they'll be paying off that phone instead of buying other things. So the economy gets a boost now, but it may slow down later when consumers are busy paying off past purchases. In other words, BNPL can temporarily inflate GDP by encouraging people to spend money they haven't fully earned yet. The bigger issue is, what happens when people start stacking multiple BNPL purchases? Imagine this situation. You buy sneakers using BNPL, then headphones the next week, then a new jacket the week after that. Each purchase seems affordable on its own, but together the payments start piling up. Soon, a person might have 5 or 6 separate BNPL payments due every month. At that point, a large portion of their income is already committed before they even get paid. This creates a cycle where people use BNPL to afford things today. Their future income is tied up in payments. They have less money available later, so they rely on BNPL again. And the cycle continues. If enough people fall into these cycles, it can create problems for the economy. When consumers are overloaded with debt, they cut back on spending. Businesses earn less. So while BNPL can boost spending and GDP in the short term, it can also weaken the economy in the long run if debt levels grow too high. It's similar to using a credit card to stimulate spending. At first, it feels like economic growth, but eventually the bill comes due. Buy now, pay later is a powerful financial tool. It makes products more accessible and increases spending, which can temporarily boost GDP. But it often just shifts spending from the future into the present, and sometimes traps consumers in cycles of debt. So the next time you see a payment plan that says, only $25 today, remember, the economy might be growing now, but someone still has to pay for it later.